Hi parents, today we're here to talk about precursor behaviors. So as the experts in your children's development and their behaviors, you guys have probably identified triggers. Triggers are situations in the environment or things that you do that sort of evoke these challenging behaviors in your children. And as parents, we always want to avoid those things. Sometimes they're unavoidable, but we do our best to avoid the most challenging behaviors that our children exhibit. And so what we are here to talk about today are these precursor behaviors. So precursor behaviors are behaviors that you engage in prior to the most challenging behavior. So these are little signs and signals that our kids give off that they're unhappy about the event. And so the helpful thing about identifying these precursor behaviors is that we can intervene at an early stage prior to the behavior getting as bad as it possibly gets. So when you notice your child engaging in these small behaviors, maybe they're throwing themselves on the floor or verbally protesting about something, instead of waiting for the big event or giant meltdown, you can intervene at this level. Maybe you need to offer them sort of the words that they should be using, like maybe they need to ask for help, or maybe they need to tell you that they don't want to do something. You could also offer them another choice. If they've been denied access to something that's really preferred, maybe you can offer them a choice between two things that is possible at this time. You might also be prompting them to engage in a different behavior. So maybe instead of doing something that you've identified as something that you don't want them to engage in, you can tell them what they can do instead. So you can play with these toys, or you can go in the backyard. So identifying these precursor behaviors can really help prevent your child from ending up, you and your child, from ending up in these meltdown situations, which then you have to start using other strategies instead or on top of. If you're working with a behavior analyst, your behavior analyst would be more than happy to help you identify these precursor behaviors and also the strategies that you should be using based on the different behaviors that your child is engaging in. But if not, if you're just a mom, you can take some notes and observe your child and figure out sort of what signs are they showing you prior to these really challenging behaviors, and come up with some strategies on your own in order to sort of prevent those really challenging behaviors from occurring.